Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Some terrific scenes here in Barcelona. My goodness me, it's made even better by 100,000 supporters in full voice. There's the whistle. Barcelona have opted for a 4-4-2 formation. Balogun! No, just not quite.
Well, it wasn't the worst decision, really. He certainly had enough belief to take it on.
There's a sharp little ball here. Well, down the years, of course, Argentina have produced some of the greatest striking talent ever, and Gabriel Batistuta embodies that.
Yeah, he does. And in terms of out-and-out goal-scoring centre-forwards, I can't recall much better.
Do you fancy him to score today?
I would think there's an extremely good chance.
Pele. It's Pirlo. And here's Batistuta. Tries to get it clear. It's a good spell. Decent chance! They want to be quick to recover this. Oh, he's been caught on it! Great chance! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. It's a throw-in. Busquets is always looking to break lines. Barcelona are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. Can he get it through? Balogun. Czech gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
And Batistuta! Van Dijk. Pinches it off him. Now it's Balogun. Has a look and plays it forward. Quality ball. And this is Eto'o. And he shoots!
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. The referee's come over. It's a red card. Well, the players are flocking round their fallen colleague, and they look worried. Well, Jim, I suppose that was the only possible outcome in the circumstances.
Well, it's never nice to see something like that, is it? But that's what it says in the letter of the law. He's got to go.
So, is it really plausible to have a hit from here? So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Yeah, I think he's been told to play that role of the tactical pivot, spraying the ball about sometimes, driving it forward from the middle of the park.
Thuram. Dealt with nicely by the defence, and he's had it nicked away. Barcelona have run the changes already. They could, of course, make further alterations at half-time. Rui Costa plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Thuram. Cannavaro. And it's for Marlon. Now Pirlo. Now it's Eto'o. Shevchenko.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Balogun. Now it's Batistuta. Tries to play it through. Well timed, excellent interception. And that brings the first half to a close. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. So neither side yet off the mark.
Well, this will have given them a chance to look for any potential holes and weaknesses in the opposition. Something that will bear fruit once the teams come out again, I'm sure, Peter.
So we reach the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
Maldini is being told in no uncertain terms that this will be his final warning. Cannavaro. Now it's Shevchenko. Balogun. Tries to pass it through. Turan. Vermaelen. More and more pressure on the ball here. Well read, nice interception. That's been cut out, well played. And it's a crossfield ball towards the other flank.
That's a great ball, crossfield.
Cannavaro. The movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on just about within shooting range. It is still anyone's game, 0-0. Played into space. Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Van Dijk. Barcelona are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. This is a promising build-up. Eto'o. Seedorf. And it's Azar. It's a pretty loose pass.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Balogun gets flagged offside. And here's Eto'o.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Oh, that's a fine challenge.
Well, you'd expect nothing less from him, Peter.
That is good progress on the left. He can run onto that. Well read. And the danger is averted. Check clears.
When you're struggling for numbers, you try to create that defensive compactness and conserve energy, but fatigue begins to play a much bigger role, and it may well yet make all the difference here.
Hazard. He's had a shot!
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
And he's chosen to go back.
That's good pressure. It gave him no other choice.
Added time.
Into stoppage time, and it is still 0-0. And there goes the final whistle. Frustration, exasperation, vexation, certainly from an attacking perspective. Neither side able to make an impression despite all the huff and puff. Barcelona succeeded in minimising the damage caused by their numerical disadvantage.
Well, the biggest compliment I can pay them, Pete.
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Some terrific scenes here in Barcelona. My goodness me, it's made even better by 100,000 supporters in full voice. So that's got things underway.
Well, there's no doubt, Peter, that Alessandro Del Piero will be key here. But I'm curious as to what role he's exactly been given.
Well, what would you do, Jim, if you were the manager?
I'd give him a free role behind the attack. His flair, his technique make him the perfect player for that position. And he always seems to benefit from playing off that central striker.
Goes for a shot! Oh, that was a half-decent effort.
He did very well trying to adjust himself, but not the expected outcome.
Del Piero will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Has a look and place it forward. He's a sharp little ball here. That's good vision. And he's in on goal. Oh, that's fabulous. Real chance! Well, now it's a race for the ball. That's really well cleared. Quality ball. Now it's Shevchenko. Oh, important interception. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. And this is Forlan. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Neymar has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. And Del Piero! Goal! Barcelona! Smiles broad and beautiful. That is a cracking hit.
Oh, how does he get the ball to do that? He's on another level to most of his peers.
The first breakthrough.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Now that looks a decent ball. Barcelona
really do like their passes from deep, Peter.
making good use of that quarterback position, aren't they?
Yeah, but this is a system that can only work if you have the players who are willing to run at and beyond the defence. Let's see if these forwards are up for it now.
Rodri.
Barcelona certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
Mateus! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Mateus really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Barcelona with the corner, they're first. Getting up there! And it's in! They are purring, truly purring. A wonderful delivery, and all it needed was a touch.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Barcelona are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, it's a great time for them to keep the momentum going. I don't see any need to change the approach. Keep at it with the same intensity, and soon enough they'll get another break.
That's been cut out, well played. That's the end of the first 45.
Well, I don't think most of us were expecting a second, Peter. It's become pretty much the ideal half.
That certainly seems to be the case.
And that ought to encourage an even more ambitious approach in this second half, Peter, with control already established.
At all times.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second.
Substitution for Barcelona. Number 7, Diego Forlan.
So off we go again.
Shevchenko.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
And it's Del Piero. Zola, great vision. Marquinhos kept his eye on it, and he's there. Messi. Barcelona do appear to have made a half-time change.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in personnel. We'll see if the system changes with it.
Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Marquinhos, spread out to the left. Oh, that's beautifully weighted. Look at the space, takes a shot! And no mistake! Well, how's that for a class finish?
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
The attendance
The manager
for this
must
match
have
was
given him an earful at half-time, and fair play, because it seems to have worked. They've got to kick on from here now.
And this is Del Piero. Mateus proves just a little bit too strong. And this is Del Piero.
Unless they can devise a quick counter-attacking plan, they're going to need to see much more of this ball.
And here's Zola. Now who's going to be first to this? And here's Eto'o, played out wide. And this is Zola.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
That has not gone well. Can he get it through? Nicely worked. Oh, well played, well played. Van Dijk. Spread to the right. And Messi! It's bounced back off the post.
Barcelona surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
He can run onto that. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And no, that was never going to make it. The final moments of a game that has been pretty compelling overall.
Well, I suppose they need something to break their way, Peter. Anything at this late stage.
Into the last 5 minutes. Mateus. He's rising! But he's left disappointed.
Batistuta certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
Substitution for Barcelona, number 18.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting.
Zola, number 23. Pep Guardiola.
Nicked it back promptly.
Number 15. Pedri. Number 17. Bellingham.
Here's a man adored by many, even deified by some.
Minutes has been indicated.
Mateus. It's a searching pass. He's found space here. And he can clear it away. So that's it. It is all over. A game of margins of thrills, the sort of game that is a great advertisement for our sport. Sad in a way that somebody had to lose. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. A fabulous show of vivid colour and vocal cords. The new look Camp Nou at its best. There's the whistle.
For the ultimate model of consistency and longevity, there is the perfect example in front of us.
Javier Zanetti, he goes on forever, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, that's why they call him the tractor. He just ploughs on and on with boundless energy.
Nicely shaped ball. Floated through. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Dani Olmo. Pele. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Pass somewhat off target. Osimhen. He was under real... Osimhen! And it's hit the woodwork and out! First quarter of an hour gone. And it's Olmo. Great chance! Oh, it's a stunning goal! A finish of true class! Well, how's that for a class finish?
Well, that's great disguise he got on that finish too. Just toying with the defence, making them guess the wrong thing to do. Made him look a bit silly, Peter.
Rosario are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. And he's in on goal. Oh, well played. He's taken that really cleanly. And it's been given away. He's got away. He's had a shot! Oh, good finish. They are purring, truly purring. How very smart. He just got it right.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence, who were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Zanetti running with the ball. Well, we expected better, and so did he. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. And the return pass. Pedri. Barcelona are still behind as we reach out for half-time. Casemiro into the final 5 minutes of the first half. Looking to play him in. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Pele.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
1 minute added time.
Just eases him off the ball. And it's half-time. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist
I'm afraid to tell you
change
that we're
at this
expecting
stage.
traffic to be heavy after the final
That
whistle
just about
today.
sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon. So, into the second half.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it, try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Oh, such a clever touch. Oh, he's having a go! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Thuram can get it clear. Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. Well, that is one way to stop him. Ferry has given away a free kick, and he's going to have his name taken.
Well, what goes through a player's head at times like that is a mystery to me.
Substitution for Barcelona. Number 21.
Barcelona
Zola.
can now introduce
Coming on
the
to
first of their
replace him
substitutes.
is
Messi
number 10,
joining us now,
Messi.
a player, of course, who needs no introduction.
Now, that's what you call a luxury addition, to be able to summon someone of this calibre.
Brilliantly cut out. Oh no, he's got that wrong. And they've
The
switched it
attendance
over
for
to
this
the other
match
side.
was
Good switch that.
97,559.
Stam. Passing is crisp and sharp. Now it's Pele. Now it's Pedri. Produces a cross. And it's claimed by the keeper. Barcelona perhaps contemplating their next change here. And this is it. Pele! It's a goal! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden it seems the belief is back.
Dani Olmo going face-to-face with his great rival. Oh, now here's an interesting match. Cruyff! It's run loose. Who's going to get there?
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And this is Eto'o. Eto'o had a really good go at breaking through, but ultimately he was just about kept out.
Well, he's not the type that's short on self-belief, so that could rub off on his teammates now.
Now there's a fine ball.
Barcelona really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
And
There will be
here's
3
Thierry.
minutes added time.
Pedri, who can single-handedly make a difference. And here's Cruyff. Zanetti. Oh, that's fabulous. The cross. Capello clears. And time is up. Barcelona perhaps feeling a little aggrieved with this final score. They clearly feel that their efforts warranted something more. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Well, it's got to be said, Peter, it's a day to forget for the players at the heart of a defence who were just getting beaten way too easily on so many occasions. But I think the manager, too, has to take responsibility for his failure to stop the leaks.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening. So bring it on. Height, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable.
Arsenal against Barcelona.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So it's away we go then. Well, here is one of the undoubted golden boys of Spanish football, the man from Madrid, the one they call El Nino.
Fernando Torres, absolutely one of the best finishers around. So strong, so quick. I'm expecting them to sit deep to try and nullify his pace here, but even then, it's going to be tough to defend against him.
Davids. That's a decent clearance. Capello did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
The worst choice he could pick. He needed to get his head up and see the outlet to his right.
And here's Torres. Pele. Zola. Costa Curta calmly anticipates. Oh, good-looking ball. Quarter of an hour played. This might spell danger. And he shoots! Neymar! What about that one? He's got himself an absolute peach. Arsenal take the lead. You just know there is no stopping that.
Well, that was hit with genuine ferocity. You just don't stop those, Peter.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding us...
He's had a shot! Goal! They're level in a trice!
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
Really tidily gathered, and ultimately a more than tidy finish.
And his manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training, and it came off beautifully.
Barcelona restore parity. Shapes to shoot! Goal! Arsenal! And they've got their lead back. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
Arsenal have their lead.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
And this is Zola, and this is Forlan. And he's managed... Forlan! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Forlan probably should have taken a breath and looked for runners. It helps to put your head up from time to time, Peter.
Pedri has the space to scheme. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
They get a throw in. And he's managed to gift it back. Pele looking to be a menace in the final third. Belletti. Davids. Bout of passing here, really easy on the arm. It's Neymar! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
There will be 3
Busquets.
minutes added time.
Nicely shaped ball. Forlan. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. So, a temporary halt to the action. Well, the scoreline at half-time, a fair reflection of things overall, you'd have to say that. There was certainly no lack of effort or endeavour in the first half. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They'll want a good start to the second half.
So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest.
Substitution.
Away we go again.
Barcelona can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
And here's Torres. Now it's Romario. He's had a shot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Arsenal with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Bullish header! Deftly away. And that's a throw-in. And that's definitely not his best. Petri. Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. There's a sharp little ball here.
Barcelona really looking to get back into this at the start of the second half.
Oh, what's he done? He's got away. Fallen! Well taken goal. Once more they've done it. They just will not lie down.
I could watch this every week, Peter. Talk about strength of character. Wonderful.
Oh, delicious. Such devilish curl.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
So again, we have parity.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
Now it's Torres. Forlan. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And this is Eto. It's Eto! Goal! Barcelona! And the comeback is complete! And that is fabulous. A true beauty of a goal.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
Barcelona with the lead.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
It's their second corner of the game. Forlan is there and he can get that clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. That is good alertness. Davids, that pass isn't the best. Now, can they get him away? Great defending, strong and determined.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Passes short and sharp. Romario! And yes, it's there! They have stolen level at the last! Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
Substitution for Arsenal. Number 18, Fernando Torres.
So we have
Number
movement
9,
on both benches.
Romario.
So all
Number
square with
14,
almost no time
Neymar.
remaining.
It just goes to show you what determination can achieve. Okay, there isn't much time left, but if we have to find the winner now, there's no question who I'll be backing.
Well, that's wonderful alertness. That's put paid to the danger.
Number 11, Rooney. Number 5,
Looking to play him in. And the through ball.
Number 6,
He's shifting through the gears here.
substitution in progress. There will be 5 minutes added time.
And that is as much time as there will be. What a game. A contest of ferocity and marvellous talent from start to finish. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Listen, the more this game
And a
went
quick
on,
reminder
a draw
today
was
to please
always
take
likely
all
to be
the
on the
outer
card.
bins
So
located by the
overall, I don't
entrance
think
gates.
anyone will be
Thank you
complaining
very
too
much
much
for your
about what they've got.
cooperation.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. A fabulous show of vivid colour and vocal cords. The new look Camp Nou at its best. There's the whistle and here we go. We're talking a genuinely stylish player here in Frank Rijkaard. You're not arguing with that, Jim, are you?
No, I've got to totally agree with every word you just said. As holding midfielders go, he is one of the very best. Nothing phases him.
Played with speed from back to front. Rijkaard. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Capello. Ambitious ball here. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Adams. Howson. Rijkaard. Passing is crisp and sharp. Now it's Forlan, and here's Snyder. It's Snyder! I'll be a bit disappointed with that.
Oh, looked like he tried to give it some extra whip.
Capello, and he cuts out the supply. Now it's Eto'o. Solar. Pele! And he should have made them pay.
Pele has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
So it is still 0-0. Schneider. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Otto gets across to intercept that. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Strokes it back.
Modern football for you and all that pressing.
Pele. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And he's quick to return it. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. This is a promising build-up. Busquets calmly anticipates. Barcelona do seem to have a very clear game plan here, Jim.
Yeah, they're set up to play those long balls from deep, Peter. The front men have certainly been busy making the runs beyond that defence.
Oh, it's a tried and tested formula, OK, but very demanding too.
Well, you need your boys up front.
Oh, shooting chance!
He was berating his defence before making the save, and he's at it again now.
Not where it came from. It's a pretty loose pass. Zola. And it's Eto'o. Now it's Pele. And this is Eto'o. And we've reached half-time. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. Not
Just
too
a quick
much so
announcement.
far
We
to
would
lift
like to
anybody
inform
off
you
their
that
seat.
CCTV
After all
is
that
now in
probing
operation
and
for
testing the
your
waters,
safety.
here's hoping for a more open second half.
So we are where we began. The scoreline remains 0-0 at the break. Down to business again. So the first half brought no goals. Oh, some astute defending there. Guardiola did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Oh, there's a probing ball. Rijkaard does really well to win the ball there. And that was nowhere near his best. Lobbed in behind. Engages and forces him off the ball. Oh, good-looking ball. That's a little off target. That's good vision. And he's in on goal! He slid in, and that has raised the temperature on the touchline. Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested.
97,559.
Now it's Forlan. Duke, forever the opportunist. A sniff, that's all he needs. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. That is good alertness. Very few chances to talk of, Jim. Defence is, it seems, on top here.
Well, I think both teams can help themselves massively with better movement up front, Peter. There's just not enough happening at the moment. And essentially, their job is to find space, and that needs to start happening.
That's put paid to the danger. Neither of these two want to come off second best.
Well, that's pretty clear. It is a foul.
The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture.
Well, not the best way to deal with it, but the old threat of pace clearly made him feel a tad uncomfortable.
Forlan ready to try one.
Substitution.
Well,
for
this is his
Barcelona.
opportunity to
Number
make the stage his
21,
own here.
Zola. Number 18, Pele. Number 15,
Forlan! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Guardiola.
Number 10, Messi. Number
Messi,
24,
very much a man of
Madrid.
this moment.
Number 22.
This is Messi. He might be in here. Oh, and Messi! And he hits the net. And late in the day, a telling moment.
Well, what a shift in moods here, Peter. That weight's finally off their shoulders, and tails are well and truly up.
A mere formality, nigh on a certainty. He is truly in the zone.
Well, he always had the measure of the keeper there. Such confidence and composure.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Barcelona have taken the lead.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again. Barcelona really are showing all the necessary urgency.
Snyder! Now, who's going to be first to this? Last-ditch defending, but that'll do.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
And here's Forlan.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
And it's Stojkovic. Messi. And that is that. Barcelona have done it. Their solitary strike ultimately proving just enough. A terrific win, however you look at it. Messi taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so.
We'd like to ask you all to kindly stay seated during
Your
the match.
reflections then,
Thank
Jim.
you for your
Barcelona
cooperation.
definitely came out on top simply because they were allowed to march through the middle. Something they jumped onto nice and early and continuously exploited.
Well, thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now.
Against Barcelona.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. Well, we're on the way. Jim, what do you think when you see Beckham?
Where do I start? Winner, hard worker, great footballing brain, set-piece expert, magic right foot, and leader.
So what is he most of all?
Well, from the list previously mentioned, winner.
Settle for that. No, that's been intercepted. Right, Shevchenko. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, important interception. Xavi. And it's Hullet. It's Pirlo. That's an imaginative pass. Thinks about the shot. Shot at goal! Goal! Barcelona! Barcelona are in front. Not a defender in sight. He had all the time in the world.
Shevchenko really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
Barcelona finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Pedri. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Vieri. Forlan. It's Forlan! Oh, cracking effort.
A good disguise on that, though. I don't think many people would have expected him to absolutely clatter it the way he did.
And he's quick to snatch it back. Now it's Hullet. And it's Pirlo. Passing is crisp and sharp. Neymar is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot. Roberto Carlos. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. Forlan! Oh, he's given that plenty, but no.
Forlan really might have let his reputation get the better of him then. Yes, you can spank one from there, but there are other options, you know.
Pedri. Half an hour played now. That pass has been well intercepted. And it's Forlan. And he welcomes it in. Oh, he's been shapes to shoot! And it's in! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
That was easy. Almost too easy.
That's shocking, the ease with which he was able to get into the space, and a player of his quality was highly unlikely to miss that.
Barcelona restore parity.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
It's Forlan!
Forlan made it all look so simple there before he invited his own complications.
Tries to pass it through, and he's worked it through.
There will be 1 minute.
It's the keeper's ball. Roberto Carlos. And that brings the first half to a close. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. So, Jim, neither side getting it all their own way so far.
Well, it sets up a very entertaining second half, Peter. Who's going to make the first move, trying to win this, and how they might find a way to sustain good pressure.
So, all square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow at the break.
Substitution for Barcelona. Number 25, Pedri. Coming on the field is number
So
11,
once again, we're underway.
Substitution.
Vicious ball here. No luck with that dink over the top. Thuram. Barcelona do appear to have made a half-time change.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall strategy.
Well played, well sorted out. Neymar looking understandably energised after his goal. Looking for a runner. Oh, that's well spotted. Beckham. Neymar cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
And there's the shot! The defence opting here for strength in numbers. Looking for the far post. Busquets is there, and he can get that clear. Roberto Carlos, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. Albert Ferrer. Barcelona still have the cards to affect this game. And here's Forlan. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
It's a searching pass. Busquets is the team's great visionary. Forlan. Oh, good take in a good area. Chance for a shot! Goal! Barcelona! And again they hit the front. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Substitution for Barcelona. Number 21, Diego Forlan. Number 17.
So we have movement on both
Vieri.
benches.
Number
Barcelona have their lead.
It's so often the case with goal scorers,
Beckham.
little influence,
Coming
and
on
all
the
of a sudden,
field,
bang.
Number 18, Ferran
Barcelona
Torres.
really are showing
Number
all the
10,
necessary
Alvarez.
urgency, but it's potency
Number
they need.
6, Dani Olmo.
Eto'o! Sensational from Eto'o! About as smooth as it gets. And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. Gorgeous, just a decent chance! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
Aimed beyond the defence. He has a look up, and Zola! And that would have been game, set and match.
Zola clearly furious with himself there. They looked for all the world like they were going to go 3-up.
Ferran Torres, looking tidy in possession here. Alvarez! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Nicely shaped ball, and the through ball. Oh, superb reflexes from the keeper. And I think we're done. Yes, we are done. Perhaps not quite utopia, not what was entirely desired, but most importantly, they have the result that was of paramount importance. Good enough in the eyes of their people.
Now with a quick request
Neto,
for support
voted man of the
from our
match,
charity fund,
and
Chance
deservedly
in
so.
Football.
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Some terrific scenes here in Barcelona. My goodness me, it's made even better by 100,000 supporters in full voice. And we're underway. Oh, great news, Jim. Daniele Massaro is in the lineup, and we know what a great player he is.
Yeah, and I think it's a fact that he's known for scoring decisive goals and delivers in key moments, often in closely fought games too, Peter. And I think it'll be of little surprise were he to score the opening or the winning goal in this one.
Szoboszlai. To Ruben Neves. That is Conte. And here's Doué. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Passes short and sharp. Now it's Szoboszlai. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Szoboszlai showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. He's going for goal! Oh, a very decent attempt. Just eases him off the ball. Ruben Neves. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Oh, he's bustling through here. Bellingham! Now, who's going to be first to this? And here's Zola, and Zola! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Zola actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Kante gets over and intercepts. That'll be a throw-in. Probing pass. That has ended up in no man's land. Barcelona do seem to have a very clear game plan here, Jim.
Yeah, they're set up to play those long balls from deep, Peter. The front men have certainly...
Shapes to shoot! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Forlan is offering a wry smile there.
And we have our very first corner. Defending of the desperate variety. Now the ball in. He leaps for it! No, couldn't quite control it.
You really could have done with engaging those crossers much higher up the pitch there. This isn't good defending.
Conte. Silvestre. That is Conte.
There will be 1 minute
That's Ruben
added
Neves.
time.
Ruben Neves! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And this could be the final action of the first half. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. Szoboszlai plays it in. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper. And the referee has signalled for half-time. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. So neither side yet
Fellow
off the mark.
attendees, this
It's not a
is
bad game by any means,
children's
Peter, but it
announcement.
definitely needs an
Would the
injection
father
of
a boy
some
in a
invention,
yellow t-shirt
creativity.
kindly make his way
There's
to
so
the
much you can
information
do
centre?
with all that industry by just adding a little bit of skill.
So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break. So let's get the ball rolling. Both sides defensively robust up to now. Thuram defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Silvestre. Van Dijk. Capello. Busquets. Massaro. And it's Doué. Looking for a runner. That is a brilliant interception. Bellingham. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Oh, that's clever. Al
The
Nassr
attendance for
can
this
breathe
match
again.
was
Just.
96,026.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
He's having a pop! Oh, split-second reaction.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Al Nassr have their second corner now. And now a sudden chance to counter. Capello does well to get it back. Played into space. Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Well into the second half, and still there's nothing between them. Doué will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent.
Substitution for Barcelona. Number 21, Zola. Number 11, Diego
Busquets
Forlan.
is the team's
Number
great visionary.
17, Bellingham. Number 15,
Looking for options for movement.
coming on the field. Number 7.
Well, the keeper seemed to go into study
Number
mode then,
10,
and he's read it
Messi.
beautifully.
Number 18, Pele.
His interception,
Number
his positioning was
24,
spot on.
Pedri. Substitutions taking
Long
place.
ball by the goalkeeper.
Al Nassr have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
And it's Olmo.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end of it.
And this is Pele!
Oh, once he made the save, it didn't take the keeper long to start barking at his defence. Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
And here's Eto'o.
Has been
Pele.
indicated.
It's Pele! Again, a brilliant save.
Another cracking save from the keeper, Peter. He's playing a blinder. Yeah, and the jostling for position has begun. There's hardly any breathing space in that box.
They've played it short. Now it's Busquets. Shoots! A real chance and a real let-off. That should be it. That will be it. So a tough one to gauge. Defensive dominance combined with wastefulness in attack, and the outcome inevitable.